Folks, I'm standing in the edge of a double crop bean field. I had done a video on the planting dates on wheat, and all of the yokel older farmers kept telling me some of the best wheat, is planted in December and all this stuff. And of course, we're in Virginia now, so the December reference probably doesn't make any sense for some of you guys in different states. But I'm here to tell you for this year's crop that late wheat did not work out at all. Not at all. About half. I planted some well into December. It was a small acreage. It was absolutely for an experiment. I planted it, and I really wasn't going to follow through on the experiment. I was going to go ahead and cut it for wheat hay, but wet wrap, silage, baleage, if you will. But I didn't do that. A volunteer corn stalk here, we'll get rid of that. We didn't make half the yield on that late wheat. It was the exact same variety, same nutrients, same everything. Didn't work. I will tell you, I've done that type of thing before. Same results. So that's the end of that, in my opinion. These beans here are in 30-inch rows, which is not the way to do it. I'm not too much on a drilled bean, but in the case of double crop beans, drilled beans are the way to go. When I say drilled bean, we're talking 7.5-inch centers, row spacings. Hopefully these beans will do well. I don't know whether they are or not. We had some rain. Looks like they came up pretty good. This wheat here was about 55 bushel average, which I'm not happy with at all. That late wheat went like high 20s. It's ridiculous, I had wheat seed left over, so it wasn't that big a deal. This particular field is on rented ground. And there's been a changeover in ownership to some degree. There was a person added by marriage into this land, and since then they refuse to allow any type of hunting whatsoever. And it hurts bean yields tremendously, especially double crop beans. So this field was in corn last year, which I did a bunch of experimenting with and learned a lot. Didn't get the yield that I should have, but I learned a lot. Which is, I put that in practice, what I learned, and it's obviously making better yields for this year because of it. So it's all gain. But anyway, I've had 55, pushing 60 bushel beans out of this field. Now we're talking full season beans, but I'd like to think these double crops would go in the 40s. If they'll do that with the wheat that came off of it, we'll be in good shape. We planted 3 different varieties of beans, 4 different varieties of beans this year. I do not want to cut anybody up, but one bean so far, obviously we're not quite to blooming, but so far one type bean is shining supreme. I'll do a video on that. I'm about 12 or 13 miles from where a lot of that was planted, so I don't want to give that away. I'm just getting rid of some of this volunteer corn here. I pulled up, what, 7 or 8 plants, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more, and I probably got more than that out there. But anyway, double crops coming along good. This is a Pioneer bean here, the old standby. It's a Pioneer 48T53. I plant some every year. They're really good beans. Are they the best that I've ever raised? No. But you can early season, you can double crop them. They're very versatile. They do good on wet ground. They do good on in a drought situation. They just respond well. I kind of say they're kind of like an Angus cow. You know, old Angus cow, hard to beat year in, year out. You might beat her this year, you might beat her next year, but on a 10-year average, you gotta go. I'm seeing some. You'll see here where this plant here, I was talking about the deer. You'll see where they bit it off, and it's suckering out. Hope we don't have that trouble, but this field here, up on that ridge, it's not uncommon to see 5 or 6 deer up there. It's a real shame that people don't understand that deer are getting inbred terrible because they won't harvest any of them, and they're getting, you'll see some with cancerous stuff on them. It's just, you know, the stature is getting smaller and smaller. They're getting to be like little dogs, you know. But anyway, a lot of the city folk don't understand. They're, I don't know. It appears to me the city folks have gotten so far away from God, they can't do anything anymore. Which, I mean, and that's not the case for all city folks, but so many of them, just to the point they can't do anything. But anyway, what we've learned so far this year with the double crop beans and wheat, early wheat is a ticket. There's no doubt about it. If you can plant it in September, late September, go for it. I intend to plant some in late August to graze, but I wouldn't thrash it. I'd probably try to hit out. But, if I had to do this over, this would be in drilled beans, or at a bare minimum 15-inch rows, but it's my fault I sold the planter. Anyway, just want to follow up on that video and about the planting dates, and then also kind of give you an update on the wheat and kind of show you the double crop beans here. See, here's some more. Here's some more where the deer have bit it off. So, if you got double crops, I wish you the best, but I can tell you, a double crop bean is not something to bank on. Really isn't. But I've had 65 bushel beans on double crops, but that's unusual, more than the standard. Anyway, folks, we're Gonna scout some more fields. Talk with you next time.